Network Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, our very special musical guest, we have Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem?
Hindi na Menzel.
Hindi na Menzel? I'm like, Adele Dazeem?
Yun na sabi ni John Travolta.
Yeah, ni John Travolta.
Adele Dazeem. The wickedly talented Adele Dazeem. Let it ghost, let it ghost, don't get it back anymore. Let it ghost, let it ghost, and slam.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome our next musical guest.
Okay.
Usher and Alicia Keys.
Oh.
There's always that one person that will always have your heart. Fast forward. My boo. Kasi yung sabi ng ghost, diba?
My boo. Well, I would also invite our very special musical guest, The Youth. Pero wag na lang.
Why?
Ano ba yung mag-iisang famous nilang kanta?
Ano ba yung nag-iisang famous na kanta ng The Youth?
Multong bakla.
Oh. Oh. Why not? It's 2024.
I'm not familiar with the lyrics.
How it goes.
Ika'y multo sa paningin. Ika'y multo sa paningin. Ika'y multo sa paningin.
Yeah, I don't even remember the song at all. Like, I just know the title, but I don't remember how it goes.
Ano yan?
But well,
90s yan.
Yeah, parang kasabayan ng ano, 'di ba? If I ever had the line to heaven, I say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I would remember listening to that song and The Youth on the way to school, and I was in second grade or something to that effect. So you were already in RX, just so you know. So everybody.
I was playing this song. This is a song that I was.
You know what? It's really, karma is really real. I must say. Kasi parang now, like...
Please, make me happy, please.
This
is what I've been dreaming for. This is what I've been dreaming of.
Yesterday, can I just say, so our good friend CJ Rivera, he's actually battling cancer. And
okay.
Yeah, there was a fundraiser for him. And some of the bands that were playing in 12 Monkeys were Sponge Cola, Itchy Worms, Luke May Harris played, The Vowels They Orbit, Hey June, Grace Note. Anyway, when Luke May Harris opened the program, and then he started singing Love of My Life, Do You Believe in Me? And Do You Believe in Me was like the greatest song in like my high school era. I mean, parang I was in third year or fourth year high school. I was super happy. And I was really vibing. I was taking a video of it. And I was looking at people my age. And you were like, yo, you remember when the song was big? And they're like, yeah. Do. And then I looked at this one guy. His name's Ryan Rosella. He used to be from The Magic. And I go like, because he was driving also. And I was like, yo, I know you're younger than I am. How do you know this song? And he was like, yeah. This song came out the year I was born. And I was like, fuck you.
I love it.
Minura ko siya.
I love it. Oh my gosh. You have no idea. It was worth the wait. All those years. All those age jabs. And like, diba, I remember I would always think, tandaan mo, darating din yung araw. But then, when it's not there yet, it's really pointless saying it, right? So when it's finally there, can I just say?
Yes. Go ahead. I mean, you already thought it. Might as well say it.
No, I mean, it's going to sound so shady, pero...
Well, anyway. That's within your personality naman, shady.
I know.
Yeah.
Ang munting prinsipe.
Do
you get the reference?
Yes.
Did you watch that before?
Yeah. I was in fourth or fifth grade.
No, okay. So anyway, I encountered. There was something. Okay, and then somebody did something nice. So I was like, Oh,
Somebody
thank you
did
po.
something.
Thank you po. I mean, basta some random stuff. Wag na let's not get into it. So
No,
I was
I
like,
want to get into it.
no, it's
This
not
the
important.
story
Promise,
doesn't
it's not
make sense
important.
of context.
No, it's not important. Basta somebody, alam mo yun, like somebody opened the door for you. Just something
Okay,
like that. So I
alright.
was like, I thank you po. Thank you po.
Mhm,
So no shade, no shade. Like parang,
mhm.
I thought that the person was,
Older than you.
yes, I mean, to the point that I would say po. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, so I
Yeah.
was like, I thank you po, blah 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 blah. And then it was like, oh, Chico. I was like,
Oh
oh my
no.
gosh. Yeah. So I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, thank you. Yeah. Big fan. Yeah, yeah. I used to listen to you when I was in college. So, I mean, maybe the person
Kumakapo?
looked good. The person looked good. It's just that I thought,
Right.
that.
Hindi dapat ang palusot mo na lang parang ang starlet kasi 'di ba yung mga starlet lahat pinupo nila. Like parang
That's
kahit
true.
kahit
That's
tipong
true.
1 year lang yung age gap nila pinupo nila or ganyan.
What
Gano'n
about
kasi pag
Ay,
sabihin mo lang
ano,
gano'n kasi pagpalaki sa akin sa Star Magic. Yeah.
or how do you like the yung mga nagpopo na magjowa? Naku, thank you
Yeah.
po.
I hate that. Oh. So
So imagine mo
sorry.
kayo ni Colleen, ganyan kumakain kayo tapos lalagyan mo ng
Thank you
hinimay
po.
mo na fish yung plate ni Colleen tapos
Uh,
sabihin,
okay,
ay
don't
thank
get
you
me
po.
wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just
I
personally,
know, I know.
I'm like, "Ugh," I cringe. But hey, we
Yeah,
haven't
but
even opened the show. Sorry. Welcome to
oh,
Only
okay.
Fun. His name is Chico Garcia,
And his name is Gino Killiamore. No
and
longer the
we.
spring chicken on radio, if I may
I
add.
know, man. Like it's really catching up to me. Yeah. Oh, by
Ay.
the way, our hearts go out to the staff of Wave 89.1. They just announced it
Oh
today.
yeah. My God, I
Yeah.
just heard about it today.
Yeah, so Wave 89.1 finally closed its doors today. I believe there's another new management is coming in. I think it's gonna be like a religious station or something to that effect.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they pretty much they were there for like Wave Back Wednesdays, Dream Sounds, whenever.
Mhm.
I would always closely associate that song by Case, Missing You. Like a cold summer afternoon.
Okay.
Like, I would always hear that because that was my jam, not Jam 88.3, but that was my jam. Listening, like I was in a car and whenever I had a date, I would put on that kind of music because syempre to set the mood and whatever. So hearts
Yun
go
yung
out to
parang
you guys.
di ba? To me at least, they seem to be like the twin stations.
Yeah,
Parang
na
they
iba
came
yung
out more or less the same time, Jam and Wave. Yung
right.
parang
It's just that Wave
may-
had more of an R&B thing and then Jam was more alternative. Di ba parang yun yung ano nila?
parang ganon. Alin yung very Nina. Di ba one of them was very Nina?
I think
Very
that's Wave.
Wave?
I think that's-
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, remember, like, I think that's the third
Radio
after the
station.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Parang-
So it's
yeah,
happening.
it's like, it's so scary. I mean, like,
It's happening,
for,
guys.
for
One by
radio
one.
people, I mean, that is like scary
Ah.
shiz,
And it's a little close to home. And it's from a sister company. That's a sister company of Magic. So
Right. And you
One
know
by
how,
one.
like,
they're knocking on our
parang
doors.
parang we feel like, can you imagine during the Cretaceous period, tas may podcast yung
The
isang
Cretaceous spirit.
isang T-Rex tsaka isang Stegosaurus. That's like, nagano sila na,
Hey,
the
bro.
extinction is near.
Yo, did you hear the Brontosaurus? Wala na sila. Oh,
I know, right? That's how scary it is for us radio folks.
My
Are we
God,
on our
are
way to
dinosaurs.
oblivion? Are we on our way to oblivion? Is that the
man.
path? Is this our
Yeah,
way of
well.
evolving, like being on a podcast? Yung parang-
Maybe. Maybe
parang
it
like,
is, who knows?
maybe we're half reptilian and half mammalian, so we might survive the meteor.
But knowing us, we probably won't. Like, we'll just be like, look, it's a meteor. It's coming.
Look, Gino, it's so pretty. Hindi niya alam meteor.
Ikaw yun yung reaction mo. Look, she's so pretty. And I'm like, yay, it's finally here.
Relief.
Oblivion has finally come.
Relief.
Relief
Oh, no.
is here.
Oh no.
Well,
Okay.
anyway,
I don't even know
usually
how
when we
we
do,
got to, I
I
don't
have no
even know
idea.
how we got to this darkness
I have no idea.
when the movie we're tackling today is a lot of fun.
I know it is actually. So we usually talk about movies and TV shows or whatever. Today we talk about uh Ghostbusters: The Frozen Empire. I got that right.
Yeah.
It's Frozen Empire. Of course, it has Paul Rudd in it. Finn Wolfhard. Finn
Wolfhard, yeah.
Wolfhard. What a nice last name, no?
I know, right? Finn
Yeah.
Wolfhard. Just like I remember was it Party of Five ba yun? I always found that so cute. That two of the stars of Party of Five, one is called Fox, one is called Wolf.
Mm.
Diba parang Scott Wolf and Matthew Fox were two
Matthew
of the
Fox, I remember. Yeah.
right? Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
two of the actors who starred in Party of Five.
Ang ganda sana, no, kung tipong parang merong weird musical art fest. Tapos yung performer nila from Creed, si Scott Stapp. Tapos yung painter nila, si Van Gogh.
Stop and go!
Stop and go.
Nakakainis. Ay, stop and go. Stop right now. Thank you very much.
Stop it! Stop it,
Stop it.
Sigor.
Let's do Ghostbusters na tayo.
Ay, Ghostbusters.
Okay. Can I go first? Yeah, go.
I mean, this was really like technically when the Ghostbusters came out was 84, right?
84. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so-
It was like the most amazing, wonderful,
Yeah.
like Titanic proportion.
Monumental
movie that came out. Like everybody just loved it. And hindi pa icons, sila Bill Murray, sila Dan Aykroyd. I mean, they were already popular, but they were more like, kumbaga yung version natin now, they're like the SNL stars of their time. They came out in a movie, like they were all SNL, most of them. So, yeah, I mean, they were popular, but I think this really like cemented their iconic status. And then, of course, Slimer and, Ecto-1, Janine. Exactly. And then,
Sigourney Weaver
as a demonic alien, whatever monster,
Oh.
and it was
Parang
amazing,
Peter
and I loved it. But to be honest, I wasn't really like a Ghostbusters super fan. Like
Because there are Ghostbusters.
Meron talaga eh.
super
Oo,
fans
meron
talaga.
talaga. And then when 2 came out, I distinctly remember being disappointed about disappointed with the movie. Na parang it wasn't exactly what I didn't enjoy it as much as 1. Because after that, parang generally it was considered a not so great sequel. And then the plans for 3 basically disappeared, in the sands of time. Fast forward.
Hi, I'm Red Oliero.
Hi, I'm Andrew Bernardo.
And we are the Bago Matulog with Red Oliero podcast.
Members.
Yes, we are promoting our podcast and sana makinig kayo sa podcast namin. Yun lang. Thank you. Yay. Please, we need money.
Nagkaroon na nung yung the very controversial all girls version.
All-female
Remember the one with
Ghostbusters,
sila
the comedians,
the comedians, Kate McKinnon,
But I remember watching that, and
you
I
know
remember
them.
Chris Hemsworth was super
Chris
good in it.
Hemsworth as the
He was
Janine character.
fantastic as their Janine
Yeah.
character.
Now here's
And
the thing.
that's the first time that people realized that parang, he can do comedy pala. Diba?
Exactly.
Yeah, anyway, go ahead.
To be honest, I never watched that, so I never got to experience parang the resurgence for somebody who was like
A massive fan of the first one.
who was a big fan of the first one, who was like I think I was in high school around that time. Like
Were you?
you would think that college, I mean high school. And then parang like
Tama.
you would think I would be super into it, but when it came out, parang tas with all the parang controversy behind it. So
wokeness
I
and
kind
then,
of forgot all about it. Not that I had anything against it.
Yeah.
Now when this came out, when I found that, I was like, you know what? I want to watch. Like it's been a while, and I just want to see and experience it.
You mean
So when I
Afterlife?
watched it, no, not Afterlife.
As in Frozen Empire. Oh, so you didn't even get to watch Afterlife.
That's the thing. I didn't even know that there was a movie in between the All Girls
Yeah.
in this one. Believe it or not, I don't know why
okay.
I've never heard of it. I mean, I'm usually
Right.
up to date with like whatever's out there, whether I watch it or not. Alam mo yung kahit papano, alam ko na may
I think I know
lumabas.
why. So
I don't know
Afterlife kasi
why.
came out during the pandemic. It was
Oh,
2021.
that's why.
So
That's why.
probably
That's why. So when I watched it, oh my gosh, you can probably imagine I was reacting to Frozen Empire,
Mm.
how everyone else was reacting to Afterlife. Gets?
Yeah. Kasi
Yung parang like, oh my
after
gosh,
a long
they're back.
hiatus, they're
Oo,
back.
hindi tsaka yung, kasi diba yung All Girls, parang wala, correct me if I'm wrong, wala yung mga OG.
None of the originals. Yeah.
Right? So, I was like freaking out. I was like, isa-isa sila na parang, oh my gosh, Dana cried, oh my gosh. Diba, like, talagang kulang na lang si Harold Ramis. Pero like they were
Because
all
at that
back.
time,
And
he
I
had
was
passed away
so
already.
super happy. Like, but I kind of figured na, but did I miss a movie? I mean, kasi bilang they were talking about, yeah, you turned into a dog or something.
Yeah,
But may mga
yeah.
ganun sila na,
Paul Rudd, yeah.
did I
Paul Rudd's
miss
character, yeah.
something?
Yes, you did.
So, kaya sabi ko,
I didn't
and
know
then
that you did.
afterwards, I researched and I was like, there's Afterlife. And then I checked out, I think it's available on Netflix or
Probably is.
HBO
yeah.
Go. Or
It's
basta
been
one
out
of
for a
those.
while, yeah.
One of them, nandun. So I really plan to watch. Kasi I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like Oscar level movies, pero like I super enjoyed it. The fan service part of it, the simplicity of it,
The
Alam mo yung
wholesomeness
sometimes,
of it all.
the
Alam mo yung ganun,
wholesomeness of it. Tsaka parang how like sometimes with the nerdy IPs, parang they
Yeah.
get a little too serious about it. They take
Right.
themselves too seriously. So I like that. Alam mo yung there's a level of stupidity to it
May
that's still
campiness pa rin to
very
some
na yung look, let's just have fun,
Yeah.
My gosh, like basta I don't know, are we going to be spoilery about it?
Maybe not because it's
sige, wag muna.
on its
Kasi
first
yeah, you might
week
be
by the time this is
basta there are certain mga fan service lang na parang like for people who watched it, my gosh,
Yeah.
like nakakaaliw
you know
siya.
what?
And Paul Rudd is just perfect for this movie. Can I
As
just say?
always. I mean, if you're dealing with anything wholesome, parang if you don't include Paul Rudd in it, then is it really wholesome? You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah,
Love the guy.
one of the things that I love about Frozen Empire, while you're correct, it's not going to be an Oscar movie. Is it going to be the best movie of the year? Probably not. Is it enjoyable? Yes, it is. It honestly is.
Oh my
Like
gosh,
if you go in not expecting it to be the best movie ever,
yeah,
you'll actually
exactly.
have a fun ride. Alam mo yung parang, think about it this way. If you go to a theme park, let's just say like kunwari, you go to, I don't know, Enchanted Kingdom.
Okay.
Like, let's just say the highlight of Enchanted Kingdom is Space Shuttle, right? But Anchors Away is also really fun. So this is an Anchors Away. Alam mo, it's not the highlight of the year.
Mhm.
But if you just go into it, and if that's your thing, then you'll still enjoy it. It's very kiddie. There are certain things that maybe I would have done differently if I were the one, in charge of it. But clearly, I'm not. For example, I'll run this by you. Kasi,
okay, sige nga. I'm curious
Okay.
when you said that.
I'm sure you're updated with X-Men 97. Are you?
Mhm. Mhm.
Updated. As in
Yes.
okay.
Oh, yes.
One of the things that I absolutely love about X-Men 97 is that they recognize that the people who are watching X-Men 97, while it's in cartoon form, they're not kids. You know what I mean? It's the kids that grew up to become us, become you
Yeah.
and me, our age group. Clearly way above being a minor, clearly used to handling adult themes and whatever. And that's what I love about X-Men 97. That the direction they're going is very adult. The themes that they're dealing with, it's not kiddie anymore. Kumbaga, they're not afraid to like take out certain characters, deal with certain problems because they know na parang okay, yung visual medium natin pang bata pero to appease that nostalgia, but the actual theme of the cartoon is very adult. I was just talking to a good friend about this after now with Ghostbusters. Because I think with Ghostbusters, what they're trying to do is they're trying to attract like a new market, which is, the Gen Z, the Gen
Exactly,
Alpha,
yeah.
whatever. And I can't speak for them because clearly we're no longer Gen Z. So I don't know if it does to them what the original Ghostbusters did for us. Kasi with the original Ghostbusters, parang the first time we saw it, it was so magical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's take off
Gets.
Marshmallow Man. And it instilled that whole... Anytime there's a Ghostbusters movie or anytime you hear ta-na-na-na, ta-na, ta-na-na-na-na, like you
Ta-na-na-na.
already know. I don't know if it does that for them, like the same way that it did for us back in 84. So, my proposal is, why not make it an adult version of the Ghostbusters where they deal with adult themes?
Oh.
Kasi there's one scene there na the big baddie basically confronts a member of the Ghostbusters, freezes over her proton beam, whatever, and then just completely leaves her alone. You remember that scene?
Yeah.
Like, wait, you're a villain, and then you just, after you disable her entire armory, you're just gonna leave her alone? You know what I mean? So parang,
Yeah.
had that been any other movie or any other series that was not for kids, the villain would have absolutely killed that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Na parang sana if they did that, and then it would have maybe become a little bit more, I don't know, it would give the movie a little bit more parang there are consequences to your actions. You know what I mean?
That's true. Well, unless they're really not, kumbaga they're courting
Yeah, I
the
think they're
whole
really
new
courting the
market.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
parang, alam mo yun, yung parang like, we don't want to go too dark
Yeah.
because
Oh, for
you know,
sure,
these
that's
are
what they're doing.
people who might, even though you haven't watched the original, kumbaga they just want to make a 2024 version of the 1984
Right.
version.
Yeah.
Gets yung parang, we'll make it very kiddie
Yeah.
friendly. And you know, I don't know kasi how, for sure this was a hit. I don't know how much of a hit it was, but the fact that it had a sequel, that Afterlife had a sequel, and this promises, you know, maybe a third installment. Maybe that's what they were going after. Parang let's make this easy to digest for everyone, even for kids. And who
Yeah.
knows, we might have a new Ghostbusters franchise for this generation.
Right.
Diba?
I
Unless
really
that's
think-
what they want. Uh-oh.
Okay, so apparently they hit $160 million on opening week.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty strong. That's pretty strong. Hindi, pero yun
wait.
nga eh, di ba? Like, I really like, I really enjoyed, kasi sometimes when you bring back the OGs of a much beloved, you know,
Yeah. And even
series,
just to
and then
pass
you
on
bring
the
them
torch.
back.
Alam mo yung ganun na
Oo,
parang-
kasi I like the way they did it. Yung parang,
Yeah.
hindi naman masyadong maliit, hindi rin naman masyadong major.
Sila yung
Parang
sila yung
sakto
bida.
lang na parang
Oo.
like, ang maganda parang they made them all teammates,
That's
all
true.
on the same level. Kasi pag
Oo.
masyado kang fan service, like, you'll make them save the day. Eh, hindi rin. Parang they were
Hindi
also
rin
on the side.
kasi
Tapos
and
hindi
then
rin
tsaka
naman
if-
sila
if
completely
they ended
useless.
up
So I
saving
love-
the day,
I love it.
then it puts the new Ghostbusters, they become redundant kasi parang
Yes.
dito na lang tayo sa old
Sila na
Ghostbusters.
naman yung
Oo.
bida, di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like it. Ako, I really enjoyed it. And to the
Yeah.
point na,
Same.
imagine na, I watched the sequel, but
You haven't
I'm
even
at
seen
that
Afterlife.
point where I actually want, kasi di ba nakita mo na yung sequel, do you still want to watch the first one? And alam mo na how it will turn out, right?
Yeah,
But
usually you're like,
it made me want to watch
Mhm.
Afterlife. So yeah, I guess it worked.
Yeah, so if you're just looking for like, you know, some wholesome, good fun, just like popcorn entertainment kind of thing.
Yes.
Don't expect Game
with
of
the
Thrones
entire
or anything
family.
like that.
Oo.
Yeah, with the entire family. Go check out Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. It's really still good fun. I'm just
Yes.
alam mo yung parang it would be nice also if they had like a Ghostbusters na parang catered more towards the OG Ghostbusters fans na parang okay, let's go into more adult things now.
What if it branched out?
Sana nga it
No?
branches out.
Like
Kasi
from here,
parang-
alam mo yun, yung parang magko-continue yung the kiddie version of Ghostbusters.
and then they'll have like a
And then
more-
parang magkakaroon ng parang ano yung from one point biglang magba-branch sila into two. Same universe but
Yeah.
one will go really dark. You know, like Stranger
Stranger
Things
Things,
dark.
yeah.
And then
And like,
one will go like you know, kiddie
Kind of like
Ghostbusters.
how okay, I'll give you an argument like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Obviously, TMNT is more our generation than it is the new generation. I don't see kids like walking around, running around, and saying "Let's go, Raphael." You know what I mean? It's more of like that
right,
vague.
right.
or Miss Rachel, or whatever. But remember, they came out with the Last Ronin na comic book storyline. They're actually turning it into a movie.
Oh,
Because they realized that the people who grew up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are old now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So parang, ito kasi yung, for me, there is the, because there's a, not naman greedy, but more of like, oh, ito, you want to target the newer market. So
Yeah.
we make it. You know what I mean? As opposed to, I'm okay with the fan base that we have. Let's just make something really good for that fan base. Which is essentially what X-Men 97 is doing, which is essentially what, the Last Ronin will be doing also. Because it's not...
hindi, pero that's
Kids,
exactly what we were talking about. I think that's what's going to happen with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Kasi meron pa rin kiddie versions eh. Alam mo, you still have the cartoons, you still have the... So parang ang galing na they did exactly that. Na parang, we'll give you something of the same franchise na very adult and retain the other stuff naman that's good for kids.
That's true. Because
Diba?
you're
Kasi
hitting
I
two
think the
different
ones
markets.
na, yung mga typical, yung mga kiddie version of the TMNT, parang I think nandun pa rin, even with the more adult versions. So
Right.
smart move.
Yeah. So do check it out. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. By the time this recording comes out, it should be in cinema still. So of course, we want to thank our partners, the Pod Network Entertainment. You can check us out on social media. It's at Chico Garcia for him, at Chino.Killiawar for me, at OnlyFunPH.
All right, so we'll see you guys. Bye.
Bye.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.